Hi, I'm Em. I use they, them, or she, her pronouns, and I'll be playing Xanthi, who uses she, her pronouns.
Mantiago, I will be playing Dimitri, and then both our pronouns are he, him.
I will then pass it to Sen.
I am Sen. She, her, and tonight I will be playing as Morticia.
And last but not least, Kisben.
I am Gisborne. I go by he, him. I'll be playing William Gray, who's also he, him.
Perfect. Without further ado, let's dive in to tonight's story. The year is 853 MA, modern age. And today is the 13th of Clonarch. We begin our story in Vexham, a wealthy city known as the City of Gold. This being due to the most recent opening of the Black Iron Bank, the largest and most rich bank in all of Daggaxarth, the world we are currently in. The reason the Black Iron Bank chose here to open is because all the buildings in this city are made of black, thick stone. But enough of that. That's for later. Right now, we zoom in to two individuals marking their third day in town, slowly getting their bearings. And if we pass over to Sen, if you could introduce us to Morticia and what they look like.
So Morticia is a Duskblood. She has crimson red skin and these ivory horns. She is not that tall. She is around 5'5". And she is dressed in black and red clothing.
You're accompanied there by the other individual, and Kisman, if you'd like to introduce what we see when we look at William.
William is a quite tall man, about 6'2", 6'3"-ish, wearing a vest, an overvest with a white shirt underneath, long purple hair with his blue eyes, shield on the one side with sword teeth on the other, and yeah, looking has a resting face of just don't bother talking to me kind of look.
And as you two are walking around town, like I said, you've been in town for 3 days now. You've been staying at the Anvil and Ivory tavern. It's quite a large tavern. It's about 3 stories, and you paid a bit extra to get the room right at the top. Today's the same day as it has been the past 3 days. There's a bit more of a buzz going around because you was here for the grand opening of the Black Iron Bank. When it happened, you just managed to get into town, and you do see the passers-by. They are excited to see this new place where all the money they have is stored in one place where they can make transactions and not have to carry pouches and pouches and troves of gold anymore. But one thing you do notice today is there is an absence of the Superior Assembly's guardsmen that have been. You've noticed that on the opening there was definitely influx of so many of them. But now it's probably, you're lucky you've been walking around for the better part of an hour, you've probably seen about 2. So yeah, you notice that. The other thing you notice is the different people that you've been introduced to the past few days with this bank opening and like the different people that's been coming in and out of the town. Yeah, what was William and Morticia thinking at this point in time?
Well, I need to gather some materials. Maybe we can pass by a shop today.
That being a problem, no. Just a bit concerned how scarce it is on the streets lately. Is there some kind of raid or fight going on that they haven't told us about?
I haven't heard anything, but maybe we can look around, check if something is a little different.
Yeah, the assembly's not really this scarce on men normally.
Especially with the opening having happened so little time ago. Seems a little weird.
Well, it's just concerning. Well, not to concern us anything right now, though, so don't hear any explosions or loud, thunderous movement or anything like that, so...
Yeah, imagine if there was like already a break-in into the bank like 3 days after the opening.
It's definitely doable. People are still adjusting, a lot of faces coming in and out. Come on, let's just be honest here. Logically, it'll be the best time. It'll be easier to hide into a crowd. There's so many new people coming in.
But there are also so many guards around.
We've seen 2.
You know what I mean, in the least couple of days.
Yes, but they've only been around before us opening, not after it for some reason. It's almost like they don't approve of it.
Regardless, we should take a look.
Well, it's not going to hurt us now, is it? Unless it does, and then I will remind you of that.
No worries. I got your back.
As you continue to walk and talk and through there, something does catch your eye, and it's this red panda that just runs across, probably about like 30 foot ahead of you. Just like you just catch it because how it just like runs across your pathway, and you see it run up the arm and like sit on the shoulder of Mantiago. If you can introduce what your character looks like as he stands there with this red panda on his shoulder.
So you see before you a F Ganassi, an F elemental. So he wears blue, black, and gold armor. He's got red and black hair. He wears glasses. And then behind him, he also has a halberd attached to his back. And of course, the red panda is now currently sitting on his shoulders.
Yeah, the red panda just like kind of like nibbles at like the backs of your neck sort of thing, and like kind of like just like lightly scratches at you, and you're in awe of this city. You only arrived about 3 hours ago, and since then you're just entranced by like the marvel of this. I mean, from what you're used to, the woods and like, you know, the very basic buildings, this is brick and stone and metal, making this very ominous almost presence around you. Yeah, as you see that, you do see a couple of like people, and like they kind of like give you the odd stare, like definitely like and you start to notice you're not, your being is not like like one of the only ones you've seen since getting into Vexen. So yeah, that's you're starting to notice earth elementals are a bit scarce around here. You see like the odd fire one, and you see like an air one, but earth ones seem to be a bit scarce. And like a couple of kids are like walking with their parents, and like the parents kind of drag them away from you a little bit.
I just say, "Oh, sorry. He's a bit excited to be in the city, just like me. I hope you're okay."
I hope you got a leash for that thing, kid.
He doesn't need he'll be fine. I'll get him under control. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we don't want to have to call the pound and get him locked up for running around there, you know.
No, that won't be necessary. I promise you. He'll stay here.
Well, as long as you don't come past my bakery again.
Of course. Sorry.
And as you now continue walking, you see this conversation unfold. William and Morticia.
He's so cute.
Yeah, hearing the conversation.
Yeah.
You know the permits that you need to get done with that, right? Otherwise, the guards may just execute it itself.
They would not kill it. He's so cute.
They wouldn't care at the end of the day. Vermin's vermin to them.
I was not aware. Perhaps I should hide him.
You should really. No, you don't need to hide him. Just go. What's it? Go. What's the word? Oh God. Declare him. And then they'll give you the paperwork to sign out. There might be a small fee, but as long as they know if you didn't bring it in with the right paperwork, it's because it's vermin. They'll just because they don't know what it could be carrying.
Right. I mean, he's not vermin, but I can see why they think that. Where am I? Where do I go for that? Sorry, I am new around here.
I would say just ask any of the guards that are walking around, but since there isn't any,
And
Morticia?
yeah, as the words are like trying to get to you realize that he should probably head to like the guard central beacon, which is near where near the tavern where you're staying at.
Well, when I registered Grumpy, I had to go into the guard central beacon. So probably there. Maybe we can guide you if you want.
Yes, I would love that. Thank you. My name's Dimitri, by the way, and this here is Pabu.
Yeah,
I'm Morticia.
Pleasure.
I'm William.
I would show you Grumpy, but he's currently on my necklace.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. That's quite handy, actually.
At least Grumpy has his permits sorted anyway.
Yeah. Sorry. So, which way is it?
But we need to go to a store quickly, but then we'll be heading home, right, I guess?
I mean, after we guide Dimitri.
I mean, it's okay. Oh, I can come with you to the store.
Well, if you don't mind tagging along, but yeah, it might take us a while, though.
That's fine. I'll just say that I'm on my way to get him registered. I'm sure that should be okay.
Yeah, most people should be fine with that.
I would put him also on my necklace, but I can only carry one creature at a time, so that might not be really a good idea.
You got a hood that you could probably pull up or get him to sit in. It might be a bit easier.
Hood. But he might be able to squeeze in my armor, maybe.
Oh, that's a shame. It's fine. If anybody brings any stink, we can just deal with it. Alright. Is it components you need, Morticia, or is it more exotic stuff we're going for? What are we actually out here for today?
Just some components for my potions.
Okay.
But if we see something, a little bit nicer, we can also take it.
It's always nice to stock up so we don't have any situations when we're caught off guard, I guess.
Is there anything you want to buy? Maybe we can also go somewhere you need?
You know what? I don't know. I haven't really been out much. I guess I will go with the flow, and then if I see something I might like or need, I'll take it from there.
Well, I guess
we'll go.
follow us.
Thank you.
You got somewhere to sleep, or you just staying in the town on your own skin and back?
No, yeah, I was camping, but a place to stay would be great.
We can speak to the innkeeper when we get back as well. But let's first get your friend registered. We don't want any. Yeah.
Yes.
As you then, with a new acquaintance, continue going, you're hit by a queue of people, and they are now queuing to get into the Black Iron Bank, and there's probably at least 30 people in this queue. And now you're starting to see why there's not so many Superior Assembly guards on the street, as they're all surrounding this bank. They're all, corralling the crowd, and they're like making sure people go one by one. And it's at this point where, if you could introduce your character as Xanthi, get through the check-in of the gate. So if you could introduce what your character looks like.
So Xanthi is tall. She's about 7 foot. She appears to have some kind of elven heritage. She has blonde braided hair with some gold lace kind of threaded in. I think at this point she'd be wearing kind of hammered, like put together scraps of armor that are lined with a bit of gold. She has quite a fierce expression, and is probably just anyone that meets her eye, just kind of staring them down a bit. Would she be with Airthon at this point, or would...
Yeah, I think you would just have Airthon just next to you, sort of thing. You've literally just come through the guardway, and the guard's just there. He's just like, well, don't forget there, miss, you need to get a level 3A declaration permit for any kind of pets or whatever that thing there is.
He's not a pet. But where would I go about getting one of these permits?
Oh, we have a central guard beacon, just in kind of the center there. Failing that, if you find one of the Superior Assembly guardsmen, I'm sure they can file you one very quickly.
She scowls a bit at the mention of Siberic Assembly. And how much would this cost?
I mean, if you go to the center, it probably will cost you about 10 gold to register. If you find one of the Superior Assembly, they should be able to do it for free, but they might run you up a warning for having such a creature.
Then I will get to it. Thank you.
No, not at all. Enjoy your time here. And as you get through, you just see stone, metal, and black brickwork as these buildings kind of like hang ominously over the whole of this town. None of the buildings here are smaller than 2 stories. They all are 2 stories above. And right in the center of town, there's one building that's about 5 stories, and that kind of seems to trigger to you, be like, oh, that's the center of town. That seems to be where the guard beacon should be. But you get in and you can hear like people queuing, and you see this queue of about 30 people just queuing, and you just hear like all this noise and talking of gold and everything. While that's happening though, you 3 do make it to the sipping vial, the apothecary kind of store you found when you first got into town, near where the Black Iron Bank was opening. And you met when you was first there, you met Professor Azentric, who was a tad bit odd, to say the least. He was a half elf, half orc, and he did mention to you, if you need anything, he would be able to sort it out for you. But you do get to the threshold of that place.
Come to think of it, remember when we came on the first day after looking around and I asked him to pick me up those vials? We could see if he had any luck getting those now, couldn't we?
We can always try, yeah?
I doubt it. It's only been, what, less than 2 days?
We can always check. There's no issue with that, I think.
Yeah, well. The whole time he's going to keep a hand on his sword, kind of messing with one of the spikes on the sword.
Noted.
Which shop is this? What does it sell?
Bits, bobs, ends, you think of it, components, full potions. I think that's about anything else I'm forgetting.
I think that's basically it, yeah.
General goods store for any one-going adventurer or mercenary, you name it, the kind of stuff people in dangerous careers kind of look for when they go into a town.
It's good to know, just in case I need anything. Perhaps I'll look around just to peruse, see what they have.
And I will also start looking around for some spell components.
Yeah. As you enter the doorway, the door has this annoying chime as you enter, and like it seems to be counting like the people going through. It's just like this annoying like do 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 after every person that's going in, and then just sliding around on this ladder is this hunched over giant half orc, half elf, wearing a open chest, red velvet shirt, kind of with like some black lace on it, with very high slacks, and wearing these really thick and outlandish duelist boots. Almost, they got like this fur lining in them. It's bright white. You notice how he's kind of his skin tone's like olive skin tone overall, but he's got like these shocks of like green, like you would mistake him for Scars if you hadn't already met him and found out he's half orc. And then he just sees you both and he's like, "Oh, my friends, fantastic you came back to Professor Azatrik. What can I do you for?"
Well, I came looking for some components, some basic ones, nothing too special.
Nothing special. Well, you won't find anything that's not special here. But I do have some basic components for a sweet little miss like yourself. And you, Grumpy, you wanted some of them glass vials of kind.
Yeah, did you have any luck procuring them, or was it a bit too outlandish? The words outlandish.
Well, let's just say I have my means, and my means have many ways of getting what you need. If you have the coin, I have the goods.
Was the deposit enough?
The deposit helped, definitely. I think that still means you owe me about 5 gold. And I managed to get you 6.
Well, it's better than nothing. I can certainly sort that out, yes.
I also got a little... Oh, hello there. I don't think we've met before.
Hi. No, we have not met. New in town.
Interesting. Where'd you hail?
Oh, I'm not from. Let's just have traveled far. From the other continent.
Oh, you have your privacy. I appreciate that. If there's anything that can be said about me, I like to keep my nose out of business. But why did you end up coming here? Sorry, I don't mean to, you know. Are you friends of these two?
No, not yet. Maybe at some point. They're just showing me where to get my friend registered.
Oh. So you need a level 3 declaration permit. I just so happen, and like he just pulls one out of like the shirt pocket. I happen to have one. I'm willing to part with it if you're willing to try a little something for me.
What do you need?
I've just been working on this ointment. It's supposed to help you be more aware of your surroundings, kind of like a smelling salt of some kind.
Right. And how does it work exactly? I just apply it?
Yeah, you just apply a little bit over the bridge of your nose there, and it opens your senses to all new kinds of awakenings. If you were willing to just be if you pardon the slur, but a guinea pig, I'll be willing to give you this little paper here for nothing.
Could I see the paper first before I make my decision?
Hey, of course. I mean, I feel sorry for you if people tried to wrong you in the past. I'm a straight shooter. And he just wafts the paper, and you can see there's a lot of like text on it, but it does have like a really like capital level 3A, and then it's got like small declaration permit, and then it's just got a lot. You skim read, and it's like said vermin must not do this. It's just got a whole list of rules and things like that. Not seeing one, this looks pretty legit.
Yeah. I'll just speak to like Morticia and William and just say, you've dealt with him before. Is he trustworthy? Is he alright?
100%.
He's fine, but at the same time, Morticia, could I have yours, please?
Of course.
And I'll take Morticia's and I'll be, may I? Big old fella.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you guys helped me out of that sticky situation. You helped me move my merchandise back downstairs the other day, so I do
Unroll Morticia's and just comparison side by side and see if there's any anomalies
okay, roll
on the one that he's got.
Are you checking for the anomalies, William?
Yes.
Okay, roll me an investigation check then, please.
Roll.
First
Just normal.
Yeah, just normal investigation.
That's a 7.
7.
Unless you're going to tell me this is something to do with undead, fiend, or, you know.
Not this time. The paperwork is spot on. It's like word for word.
Word for word.
The only difference is Morticia's has got the arcane edging gone, which this one does have like the gold edging around the paperwork. That is because it's a arcane bind as soon as you sign it. You found that out when Morticia signed it when you first got it.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with it. Though, if anything, Morticia's go by looking at both of the papers, just saying this out loud. If Morticia's experience anything to go by, once you sign this and use a drop of the animal's blood, it should use this arcane seal around the edges, kind of gold shimmery stuff, and the pet should be bound to the contract, and you know.
Fair.
That
Yeah.
was right. I didn't get it wrong, did I? Like folding them back up and.
No, I mean that's pretty much how you kind of get like a nice little bangle. You get one, and your thing there gets one, and it just means that he's yours, you're his, sort of thing. And if he does anything that goes against one of the 284 breaches are written on that document, then you're liable.
Makes sense. All right. I will put my trust in you. I will test your ointment.
Well, that's fantastic to hear. And he takes out like this big, thick, and as soon as he pops the lid of this ointment, you just get like this waft of peppermint, and it like kind of makes your eyes like kind of tear up a bit how strong this mint smell is. And he just wipes this just on the bridge of your nose. Dimitri, can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
Ooh. Sure. 15.
15, very good. So this goes on. Your eyes do kind of like steer him a little bit, and like
Yeah.
it, you know, for a moment everything just goes slow. Just how strong the smell is, and like your nose starts to burn, and you know your head becomes foggy. But then it disperses, and for the next minute, you have advantage on perception checks
Oh, nice.
as you just notice like there's like that spider web in the corner of the store that you didn't notice as you walked in, and you start to pick out like little bits, and he has like a little stain on his red velvet shirt you didn't notice before, and you're just like, yeah, it seems to be working. Well, how do you feel? Your head hasn't fallen off, so that's a good start.
No, good. It works.
Amazing.
It was a bit uncomfortable to start with. There was a lot of pain in the eyes and whatnot, but no, I can see things a lot clearer than before. So,
Well, thank you very much, and here's your paperwork, sir.
thank you. So how does it work again? I just sign it with blood.
He just takes out a pen and he's like, well, I mean, don't be so barbaric. We have pens.
Oh,
And he
okay.
hands you a pen. And he's just like, all you have to do is you have to put your thumbprint on there, and your thing has to put a print on there, and you will be joined in holy matrimony forever.
Wonderful. Yeah, so I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then I'll hold it up for Harvey to sign it.
Yeah, Pablo just kind of just looks and is just like slap on it. Good enough. You sign your fingerprint, and basically, the words kind of glow, and this gold, like this thinnest gold threading around the edge of the paper, kind of just lights up and like lifts off the page, and you get like this gold ring around your wrist, and Parbu gets one around one of their arms. And basically, when you like kind of move it, it kind of like flashes, and like Parbu's flashes, and like Parbu goes to bite it, and yours just starts like flashing quite fast, but then after a while, it just settles down.
Hey, this is pretty cool.
Well,
Now we match.
Yeah.
Just make sure it doesn't break any of the rules, because they'll know, and the fines are hefty if I'm not incorrect.
The fines are. I remember a good 4 years ago where there was one person who came in. They had a thing. It was like it was evil. It was. It had one of these things, and it had like a tail, and it had. I think they called it a dog or something like that. And it bit someone, and he got fined 1,000 gold. So the fines are real. He couldn't pay, so now he's not allowed back in the city.
Okay, and I'll just turn to Papa. Like, you hear that? No biting anyone.
Pablo just looks and is just like,
Yeah. Okay. Great. Any other rules? I probably should give this a read at some
You
point.
should
but
really read it, yeah.
any quick rules I need to know about?
no bathroom breaks in public, if you know what I mean. No stealing, no eating anyone else's food, no having it do anything that would be considered unethical, no gambling.
You can't use it for street performing, because that's a different permit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I do have one of them permits too, but they're hard to come by. That would run you a pretty penny.
Yeah, because that's classed as a performance animal instead of, a pet.
Interesting.
I believe that's a 3 EF for the performance one. He just goes to like hit behind his counter, and he just like lifts open this it's like almost like a briefcase. It's just got all this paperwork, like it kind of like folds out, and he's just like, yeah, I was right. It's a level 3 EF.
That's okay. We're not performers by any means.
Yes. Also, it must be within 30 feet of you at all times. If it's not, let's just say one of you two might end up with a couple less digits.
Right. Okay. Right. Sure. I will sit down with Pablo. We'll go through the rules. But yeah, thank you.
and we'll just come away from the shop just briefly. And Xanthi, as you're still walking around getting used to these giant structures, you are approached by a guard. They're wearing the sigil of the Superior Assembly. They're not wearing the traditional colors, but they have like the shield with the lightning and the hourglass predominantly displayed on their breastplate. And it's just like, hello there, miss. Do you have a permit for this beast?
That is what I am on my way to get. I was told to go to the central guard beacon.
Oh, well, it just so happens at this point of time, there is no one operating the central beacon. We can write you up a permit, but we have a tight schedule, and it will be 2 gold, so we don't see it the first time, if you know what I mean.
And could I read anything that this contract will enforce?
Of course, you have to sign, so we would expect you to read it. And he pulls out this kind of, it looks like a bit of slate. And on the slate, he kind of like puts his hand on it, and then there's a flash. And this almost like hologram flashes up on this slate. And he kind of like waves his hand over it, and you see this translucent document appear there. This is what you have to read and sign.
She takes it and begins to kind of read through it, kind of muttering under her breath a bit. Nothing unethical? This is so loose meaning.
Well,
You expect me to? How do I work with this?
This is just a simple to ensure that the people of this great city enjoy the quality of life that they have come to notice, and these beasts do not overthrow. We've heard of stories of giant talking beasts taking over a whole nation.
I have heard similar, so I can appreciate that.
And he comes in closer, to almost whispering. He's like, and we have to be extra careful nowadays because of we're one of the only cities where the brink do not enter. We want to keep that. You understand?
I do. And it sounds like it is something that I need to do. So, and she begins to sign it.
Yep. So with this one, there's not a gold band around it, but you get like this very faint, it's almost like little runes, and they start to like very thin, but like a bit of string around your wrist, and it goes around one of Theon's legs.
And this is all we need to do?
And the starts to rub his hands together for the money.
Takes out 2 gold. Kind of holds it out for him.
And he just looks around, holds his coin pouch up for you to drop the gold in, keep looking around.
Waits a second, but then does it.
He closes it and he's just like, it's great to do business with you, miss. Please enjoy your stay in Vexham. If you are looking to open an account at the Black Iron Bank, please join the queue. If you are not, we have plenty of drinking establishments for you to wet your whistle.
She's just going to walk away.
And he's just like, these tourists get ruder and ruder. As you are walking away, Xanthi, you are in the middle of the road, and you see the queue of people still across. You see just to the left, you see this small kind of shop, one of the smaller buildings around here, still 2 stories, but and it says the Sip and Vial. But roll me a perception check.
22.
22. As you just look and just still look around, you hear this. It's like this beating of hoofs coming rapidly behind you as you see this solid iron carriage come flying through the city, and you see a couple of guards chasing after it. Stop the carriage! And it's like rushing past you. It swerves and it goes crashing into the black iron bank, and there's just this big explosion which knocks you to the floor. You guys in the sip and vial, you are knocked over as well, as like the reverberations kind of like shake through, and like the windows of this place you're in just smash. And Xanthe, because you're outside, as you're lying on the ground and like your head is like shaking and your ears are ringing, you see this carriage just crack open, and just this liquid just starts to pour out of it. It kind of like glistens in the sun, almost like a liquid metal, as it starts to shift around, and it kind of just got like a mind of its own as it starts to go to the people that were standing in the queue. Some of them start to run, but a couple of them have fallen, and it kind of encases them, and it like turns, and they start becoming stiff, and now these are beings made of metal, and they start running around, stabbing other people in the queue, and it's just carnage, and you're just seeing like bloodshed, and your brain's ringing. What are you doing, Xanthe?
I think she's immediately gonna hop onto Aethon.
Yep.
And get her Labris out.
Yep.
And charge forward to try and protect the civilians that she can.
Yeah, perfect. So you charge, and immediately as you charge, one of these metal-covered civilians turns and goes for a slash as you like rush past. That will be a 12 to hit. Does that hit?
Nope.
No, so luckily they just miss and scratches Agathon, as now you're like just in the middle of this battle, and there's just more and more of these liquid metal people just keep piling out of this ooze. If I can get you to roll initiative, please.
8.
8. And yeah, so they do. You manage to get yourself in a position, and a couple of the innocent just start to run away. But the liquid metal machines, almost, they do get to go first. So 2 of them round on you, and they're both going to take a swing against you. The first one will be a 16 to hit. The second one will be a 14 to hit.
Both miss.
Okay, they just like swing frantically, and another one's just like slowly raising out of the puddle, and where you like charged through, you like ran through one, it just like splashed into the puddle, and now like 2 more have taken its place. What are you doing, Xanthe?
So I think she's going to, seeing that they split off, does it look like more are coming when they're attacked? Kind of like one becomes 2?
Yeah, sort of like you it's a fair assumption, because you did like run through one on your mount, and it just like split into 2 now. So
could she look for the source of this maybe a bit more?
Yeah, definitely. Roll me either a perception or investigation check, your choice.
That is a nat 20 for 25 perception.
Okay, 25. Yeah, the solid iron carriage like crashed into the bank, and that seemed to have opened, and that seems to be the source, and this metal seems to be flowing out of that. Yeah.
So could she try and find something to block whatever it's flowing out of? Something to stop the extra flow?
I mean, you could try and have a look around, see if you could do so. It has created quite the big opening. I would say you'd have to find something quite well, or like try and work out how to shut the lid almost.
Just looking around for something to do that with.
Perfect. So as you're looking for something there, we will catch back up with you 3. It's like been rocketed, and you've like gone sprawling in the store, and even Professor Azanthrak is just like, oh, whoa, what happened? And he just like looks outside and he's just like, you guys better take cover. It's carnage. And you now see, like, with the windows being blown open, you just see these liquid metal beings that keep dripping and like slashing their way through the queue of people you saw at the bank.
Should we help? I think we should help.
I thought.
Carnage seems fun right now. As he like pulls a piece of glass out of his cheek. I'm just gonna like wipe the blood off my cheek and just, flick off. Like, might as well not let it go to waste. Professor, do you want to pass me one of those now? I'll pay for the others once I get back. Let me.
Oh yeah, of
deal
course.
with this.
Just make sure none of them come in here. And he just like hides behind the desk and holds you a vial out.
That's fine. I'm gonna open the take it, open the vial, just. God. I'm not gonna smash this one. Yeah.
Can I keep it?
Yeah, just take it. We can use it. I'm so used to just opening it. All right. I guess we go see what's happening and do what we can. And I guess I'm going to cut my thumb on the sword just in case.
Okay.
And just get ready.
Okay. Perfect.
And head out.
Okay, so I'm going to get you three to roll initiative now as you rush out this shop to join the fray.
I got a 12.
12?
I got a 10.
Got a natural 1.
Hey, get it out now. You don't need the 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
He's just slow. He's slow. It's fine.
Next one is a 20.
He has armor on. It's a new city,
Okay. So that will then trigger combat. So the liquid metal minions will swarm, like, as like you go rushing out. They just like see, and you just see them like literally tearing through this crowd, and like one of them kind of like splashes against you, William, and then as it like kind of like launched itself, it like body becomes like spiked and it's gonna go for a slash against you. I mean, that's a 10 to hit, so I don't think that hits.
Nope, you're good.
No, and then the second one is also gonna splash against you, which will be 22 to hit, so I think that will hit.
That one will hit, yeah.
That will be, I rolled max. That will be 16 points of damage. Yeah, as it just like, it's almost like this blanket of like liquid just kind of slashes at you, but like it splashes down on two they're very thin and like almost like puppetry, as they're just like these dripping oozy kind of liquid metal foot soldiers, but that, however, is them two. You two are not close enough yet. They're gonna take another couple of attacks. The other two around you, Xanthi, is gonna take another couple of attacks against you. So 2 slashes coming your way. So that'll be a 19 and a 14.
The 19 hits.
Okay, perfect. So that will be 10 points of slashing. And again, it splashes against you, but like as it splashes against you, it like cuts you, and then it splits into 2 more figures. Then that will bring us now to William.
Oh,
A familiar like sight, like it's like an almost scary accompaniment of like enjoyment as you hear like scream and battle and carnage going on. It's almost like a home to home, but something in your brain doesn't realize why, William, as you're going in. What you're doing?
Since I don't know how their autonomy works yet, I guess I'm going to try and thrust at the closest one.
Okay, yeah, go for it. So you whip round. You've already cut yourself on your sword. You draw it, and you're going to go for a slash.
Yeah, if it'll let me roll it. 1 second. Touch. Fix that afterwards. 17 to hit.
17 to hit. What elemental effect takes the blade as you slash through?
That's a good question. I think it was fire, ironically.
Yep, perfect. So yeah, 17 definitely will
Roll
hit.
second, and that's also, of course, I rolled max on that. 4 damage for the actual right. Oh, and damage is that. Yep. We're gonna have to fix the sword afterwards, Sketch.
Yeah.
That is 7 slashing and 2 fire.
7 slashing, 2 fire. Perfect. That one you just like slash through and it just goes to the floor and 2 more appear in its place.
I'm not sure that's how that's meant to work.
Is that all you've got, William? Anything for a bonus?
Yeah. That's it,
Yep.
because the right's the bonus.
Yep, perfect. Morticia, you're up now. You just see them like kind of like just splash up against William and like he starts to bleed and then like he slashes back at them and they just melt apart and 2 more come into his place. What are you doing?
Can I attempt to cast sleep?
You certainly can.
Okay, I will attempt to cast sleep on them.
Okay. Roll me your sleep dice.
So that's a total of 25 points.
25. Yeah. So you just see stretching out from you, there's a good 10 of them that just drop and just like melt away and like kind of like it just like stays on the floor, just these puddles of metal. Anything for a bonus?
As a bonus action, I will actually use Pain Share with William,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
So that's not a lot, but you get back 3 HP.
Much
Yeah.
obliged.
So like that like a searing headache overtakes you, Morticia, as you share the pain with William, and William, you just like start to feel slightly less damaged than you was momentarily. But that will bring us to Xanthi as you're frantically searching for something to cover up. You do see like some like cloth nearby and some bits of string and there's like bricks from like the impact of like when this cart went flying into, sorry, the carriage went flying into the bank.
So she's going to try to throw the cloth over it and then weigh it down with some of those bricks.
Okay,
So-
yeah.
Hopefully seal it up.
Yeah, sure. Let's I tell you what, just roll me a d20, and I'm gonna say, yeah, just roll me a d20, and I'll let you add your strength modifier to it.
So that'll be 6 total. It was a
6
2.
Okay. You throw this cloth over, and you like run round weighing it down, but there's still like the tiniest gaps, and more of this metal just keeps pouring out, and the ones where these 3 new people, it seems to have, instead of where everyone else seems to be running away from this carnage, these 3 new people have run towards it. And there's one of them that just uttered a few words and this like calming aura emanated from them, and a couple of puddles have appeared now, but there's still more leaking around you. And 2 more appear around you. Anything for a bonus?
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And bonus action is going to second wind to
Yep.
try and get some health back. And that'll be her turn.
Okay, perfect. That brings us to Dimitri.
Yes. Is there a way for me to position myself so that I can get as many people I can using burning hands? It's a 15-foot cone.
Yeah, if you're willing to take a couple of opportunity attacks, you can probably get to the maximum amount of these things. You would even get some of the puddles that's still there.
Sure, I will risk it.
Okay, cool. So the 2 of them are going to like run at you. The first one being a 18 and the second one being a 12.
So the 18 hits.
Perfect. and that will be 9 points of slashing as it just like almost like a puddle just splashes into you, but then like you just see like slash marks, and they just melt back down. 2 more, but now you do have maximum vantage point for burning hands.
Great. So Dimitri will like lift his hand up, and he will just say to Pabu, just keep me from not burning out, yeah? And we'll go ahead and cast Burning Hands.
Okay, cool. You see Parbu gain like this orange layer around them, and it kind of like links around Dimitri, swirls a bit, and then focuses into his hands, and it compresses into like this small beam of energy. And then when Dimitri opens his hand, it sprays out this wave of flame. I'm just going to roll a couple. I'm not going to roll for every single one of them.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a dex save of 13.
So I did it in 3 categories, and all 3 of them, they fail, so they're going to all get hit.
Okay, that's 3d6. Pretty bad. So that's 13 points of fire damage.
13? Perfect. So you this flame, and the ones that are up just seem to solidify almost like statues, and the puddles just seem to become like almost like barriers, like, you know, just like little beveled yeah.
Yeah, that'll be my go. I was like, well, that worked.
That brings us to the liquid metal. Still, more of it's pouring out. At this point, you're just gonna, Xanthi, because you're closest, you're gonna see the last bit of it just leaks out the top of it, and more of it, apart from the ones that's been like burnt solid, start to gather, and now just like this one big dripping metal humanoid figure kind of just stands next to you, waves his hand, and his fingers extend into a blade, and he's just going to take 2 slashes now. Okay, so the first one will miss. That's an 8 total, and second one is a 22 total.
That'll hit.
I seem to like 14s and 22s at the moment. So that will be 14 points of, see, told you, 14 points
Ouch.
of slashing damage from that. Yeah, he just swings through, and you see the blood kind of like trickle down, and like it bubbles and absorbs into this metal thing. That now brings us to William. You've seen, William, because of your keen observations during battle, fire seemed to work, and the one you did hit with that bit of fire, it seemed to do something to it when it did split, but it didn't do enough fire to see it. But then once you saw your newly acquainted Dimitri, it just launched this huge torrent of flames. Yeah, now you're like, okay. But yeah, now you just see these ones that's frozen solid or burnt solid, and this giant one that stands next to this other figure.
I'm going to reach. William's going to reach round to the side of his pouches and open one up and rifle through it, finding a vial, and look at the label, make sure it's the right one. Open the top and go. They were more slashy than stabby, so I guess that'll work. And I'm going to drink my mutagen to make me resistant to piercing.
Okay.
No, resistant to slashing,
Yeah.
but vulnerable to bludgeoning.
Got you.
And having the right still active. I'm guessing I can gauge the distance they are about.
Yeah, I mean they're within 20 foot of you. Yeah, this big one definitely is within 20 foot of you.
Any of the little ones that are going to want to attack me as I go past, I'm going to let them, because I'm just going to focus on trying to.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run towards the big one. And as I get there, kind of like slash at the leg.
Okay.
And just see if it hits.
Yep.
That's a 14.
That does hit, yeah.
And that'll be 9 slashing, and the fire damage will be 4.
Nice. So yeah, you slash at the leg, and you just see like where it would like immediately start to like regen. It like there's just this burning sensation that like keeps this groove of where you've slashed. And its head just does the 3 like the kind of 180 thing, like whereas like it was
Like an
facing,
owl, yeah.
just and then like his arm starts to go backwards and his whole body just morphs to face you now.
I don't know who you are, but I don't know what's going to happen next. Just leave this to me. It's going to be dangerous. I might need your help afterwards, though. Saying that to Xanthi? I say that right? Yeah, okay, cool. And yeah, he's just going to brace for impact, I guess.
Perfect. That will bring us to Morticia. So successfully launched sleep spell. They have still slept these puddles, which now have solidified. You see any of the others that are now burnt solid, and now you just see the other bits that were still there, just connected to this one big one that William's gone charging headfirst into.
So I will cast Bless on the 3 of them. Yeah, and I think, and I will cast my Flight on myself.
Okay, perfect. So
Yeah.
you, how does your bless look like as you use bless?
I'll just be like, "You got it, guys," and I will hold my amulet, and yeah, a little bit of radiance will come out.
Yeah, so some radiant energy just swells around you as these words kind of like make you feel like, yeah, we do have this. And then these spectral bat-like wings just peer out of your back, Morticia, and you're able to start your flight. That brings us to Xanthi.
So I will try. This is more your wheelhouse, it seems. And she's just gonna remount Aethon and try and position herself in front of William to try and take some of the heat.
Okay.
But getting the sense that anything that she might do will probably do more harm than good.
Okay.
She's just going to take the dodge action.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So you just get up, imposing on top of your mount, right up in this being's grill, kind of making it now like as it like reformed itself to now like be facing, because when it kind of like makes itself so like it's facing you and him and William at the same time. That will then bring us
That'll
to
be her
Dimitri.
turn.
Yes. So I will run towards the big guy. How close can I get with 30 feet movement?
Oh, you can get right to the big guy with your 30 foot. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I won't go too close then. I'll hang back maybe 15 feet.
Okay.
Just like, I think William's got this, but I'll give him back up, and I'm going to hold my symbol, and I'll do my channel divinity, and try and do earthen grasp.
Okay.
On it.
Yeah. So, you clutch your holy symbol. You guys feel the surrounding areas get very, very warm. Your skin starts to dry out and crack and becomes very humid. Yeah, and what save do you need for your earthen grasp?
It is. Where is it? Wisdom saving throw of 13.
Okay, that is a natural 3 plus 0 for 3.
Nice. So with that, it is stunned. For 1 minute.
So the ground around it kind of like cracks open, and like this puff of like hot air like just starts to assemble out, and then what seems to be this spectral hand made of this, the hot air like kind of solidifies into this spectral hand. It kind of grabs him there, and he's unable to move. That brings it to his turn, which he cannot do anything because he is stunned. So he just stands there, just almost like facing both Xanthi and William at the same time, not being able to move. But due to like no humanoid features, there's like no expression, no emotion. So William, you're up.
Coming out the shock and being hit first and going that, feeling the blood kind of trickle down down his body as it goes. It's just, I'm gonna do something stupid, Morticia. I apologize. And being really angry, just feeling the blood kind of absorb back up into him, and I'm going to target the big thing and activate my blood rage.
Okay. Yeah. So
this is not the way blood should be spilt, and just the bonus action, and I'll just attack.
Yep. Perfect.
Which is 21.
That will hit.
That is 11 slashing, and the fire is 4 again.
Okay, yes, again, you slashed through. Where it would spill out and create more, you're immediately cauterizing the wound with just doing enough fire to keep up the spillage part. Before, you didn't do it on the first one you hit, but now, like, after that, you've managed to keep that on top. That will then bring us to Morticia's. Like, you just, William just very, like, animal instinct, and like his blood, where his wounds, you can see his wounds, they just stop bleeding. They don't heal up, they just stop bleeding, and the bleed almost like starts to go back into the wounds. Morticia, what are you doing?
I will bonus action healing word.
Okay.
Which is for 5 points for Williams. And then I will toll the dead on big boy, and that's a wisdom saving throw.
That will be a 10.
No.
Okay. Should have picked something with more wisdom to go against you guys. You keep throwing wisdom saving throws.
That's just 4 points.
4 points?
Yeah.
Of necrotic, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. You do notice that seems to, where the cuts that William has been dealing and like they've been like solidifying, as that necrotic hits, it kind of starts to like make them crack, and like cracks start to appear up the body. That will then bring us to Xanthi.
Xanthi is going to try and distract them a bit, kind of taking some bane strikes without actually aiming to hit.
Okay.
And try to help William.
Okay. I'm going to say roll me a performance check then, if you're like, just like,
sure.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a 3.
It's not bad. You do get a bit more carried away with just like, and it starts to become more like a cutter almost than an actual like, oh, I'm trying to hit you. You just start to like remember your training and start to like actually perform like movements of your training instead. But it seems to, as this thing slowly starts to be able to break out and move slowly, it does seem to grab its attention. Anything else from you, Xanthi?
That'll be her turn.
Perfect. Dimitri?
Oh. Okay. So I think, what do I want to do? I can let William take it. So I would just throw like a sacred flame at him and stay where I am. So it's Dex save of 13, but does he automatically fail if he's stunned? Or does he just get disadvantage?
Yeah, he would. And I just realised, William, that strike you did does need advantage on it, so I will let you roll again just in case you do crit. But yeah, so he will auto fail that. Yeah.
Also, don't forget that you have bless.
No, we're good. No crit.
Okay, cool.
So there will just be 3 radiant damage.
Okay.
And that'll be his go.
Perfect. So yeah, now shaking off the stun. Entranced by your fighting style, Xanthi, he is going to take 2 slashes against you to draw his attention. That will be a natural 20 for a 26.
Might just hit. Yep.
And a 23.
That'll do it, yep.
So I'll do the natural 20 first. So that will be 10 points of slashing.
Sure.
And then for the normal hit, that will just be 14 points of slashing.
You'll see Xanthi fall down, knocked unconscious.
It's just this liquid metal, just kind of as that happens, just again moves its head, rotates back around to see, and that will bring us to William.
Try and help them and their pets. And I guess I just attack. That's all I can do at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 5. Now that's gonna hit.
That won't hit, unfortunately. No.
Did the help action fail? I presume with
Oh
those
no,
3?
it doesn't. No, so you will get advantage on that hit. Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
sense.
Yes, because of the.
That's still 2 5s.
Unlucky.
That's 2 twice in a row.
Well, at least it's not that one. But
No.
yeah, you just like swing. Morticia. That brings us to your turn.
I just read. I was gonna cast prayer revealing, but it's 10 minutes, so forget that. So I will cast
Just do it
healing.
really quickly.
It's really quick, 10 minutes.
I will cast Cure Wounds. I will fly down to
Okay.
meet Xanthi.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's 19 points of healing.
Oh damn! Yeah. So, Xanthi, you just get like the rush of a lifetime after being knocked down, and like you're loving it. You know this reminds you back training, back where you're from, and you love it. You get back up. Is that your turn, Morticia?
And I will use Pain Share once more
Okay.
with William. And that is 4 points for you.
Perfect.
And I will fly back up.
Okay, as you are going to fly back up, that will give him an opportunity attack, which he will take for a nat 1.
Nice.
So immediately he just swings, but because his focus is still on William, it just like clips like your shoe as it's going up. Just no impact there. That will then bring us to Xanthi. It's like you're loving this. You're awake. You're alive. You're in battle.
Seeing a kind of angelic figure
Yeah.
in her eyes, but kind of blood red. So that's an interesting twist. Is gonna get back up and try to. So I presume that's just enough movement to get back onto Aethon.
Yeah, that'd be
Half to get up, half to mount. Yeah. And is again gonna kind of try to stand in front of William to try and take some of the heat.
Okay.
Take the dodge action.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. That will then bring us to Dimitri.
Okay. So Dimitri will take out his halberd. He will step forwards within 10 feet. As a bonus action, will cast Soaring Smite
Okay.
and an action to just swing down, so I'll
Yes.
light up the axe.
Okay. Yep.
Or halberd.
The halberd axe head part just glows red hot as you come down. With
And then I got blessed, don't I?
yes, you got +4. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
Nah. I need to find my D10 die. Okay. So that's 7 points of slashing, and then plus. That's terrible. 1 point of fire damage.
Okay.
But it becomes ignited in fire.
Okay. Perfect. What I'm gonna say to that is then, as like you hit with this Searing Smite, you don't quite get the purchase with your slash, but what you do notice is it starts to warm and it starts to become stiff, and you notice your slashing damage now did more damage to it than just making it splash about everywhere.
Nice.
At the end of your turn, Dimitri, you see the Superior Assembly guardsmen that were around the bank area, the ones that's not mortally injured or dead. They start to get up and they are brushing themselves off, and they start to like rush over, kind of helping out a few of the civilians that's there, and then coming towards your aid just for the liquid metal to take a strike against. You know what? It's going to take 2, so it's got its 2 strikes. So it's going to take 1 against you, Xanthi, and then it's going to take a disadvantage 1 against William.
I think Xanthi took the dodge action as well.
Yeah, so you would have to. Yeah.
Both.
So first one will be. That's lucky because that was another nat 20. So that will be 11.
Misses.
And then against William. Well, 21 to hit William.
Yep, that's a hit.
It was either 15 or 19. So 5. So that's 9 points of slashing, obviously half because you're mutagen.
So 5.
Let's call it 4.
Okay.
Yeah, as so it takes. Yes.
It also needs to make a Constitution saving throw
No
because
problem.
it's still on fire.
So nat 1 plus 5, so a 6, but it's a nat 1, so it fails.
So it takes more fire damage.
More fire.
4 points of fire damage.
Perfect. Yeah, so this thing is starting to like, as it starts to slash and swing its bladed hand, it starts to become a bit slower, so it's like slowly becoming easier for you to maneuver out the slashes. That will then bring us to William.
So I've got a question/request.
Okay.
As you know, I can do a thing because of what I am,
Yes.
as in going up buildings and so on. It's normally an action, but could I tell if this thing is getting solidified enough that I could technically walk up it?
It's not quite
Ooh.
that solid, no.
Not yet. Okay.
No. It's getting to the point where a normal slash, because it's a quick action, would cut through it. But if you was to try and stand it, it probably would start to melt.
Okay. That's what I wanted to ask, see if it was hard enough to kind of like climb up it and go downwards kind of thing, but... Well, let's just continue slashing at it then for now.
Yeah, don't forget your D4 from Bless.
Well, that's an 18.
Okay, that will hit.
Yep. And 10 slashing with 1 fire.
Okay. Yeah, this thing, as you like slash through, you just see its arm just fall off now. The non-bladed one, it just like collapses on the floor. It doesn't melt anyway, it just like slashes and like collapses to the floor.
That's everything.
Yep. That brings us to Morticia now.
I will cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, so you're up in the air and you kind of put your hands together and like this gem appears in the center of your hands, suppressing it, and you launch it towards the creature.
Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit, yeah.
Nice. So that's 9 points of fire?
9 points of fire, yeah. So again, this burst of flame, it just like hits him, and he goes to like almost like turn to catch you within what would be like its eyesight if it had eyes, and as it turns, it just gets stuck mid swing.
And how is William looking?
Don't worry
Good?
about me. I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
No concern yet.
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 That's an important word.
Yeah. Xanthi, as you now see this, it's just frozen, burnt solid.
Getting the sense that slashing seems to be doing something
Yeah.
now. She's gonna use her fury,
Yep.
which isn't gonna do anything. So you'll just see kind of static, it was a 2. Go down her arm, originating from her labyrinth, and she's gonna take probably action surge. So I'll roll twice.
Yep.
So that would be a 16 and a 17.
Both hit.
So for 12 and for 6 damage.
Perfect. As you slash with your Labras, it just shatters, and like this metal just drops to the ground, just in time for one of the Siberic Assembly guardsmen just to finally get its way to the fray, and that's where we're going to go to break.
Oh.
welcome back as this member of Superior Assembly comes rushing over after this giant liquid metal thing, for the better word of just smashes and goes to the ground. What are you all? He just like runs out and he's just like, Halt! What are you four doing here? What happened?
Your job, apparently.
Yeah, where were you?
I was at the other end of town. I heard the explosion. I come running as quickly as I could.
Not quick
Well,
enough.
for at least 3 of us, I can vouch that we were shopping, and so can the shopkeeper. And this
just appears from behind the counter, just like pokes his head out. He's like, "Yes, they were shopping. Yes." And he runs back in.
And this other fourth brave soul who decided to try and deal with it all on their own was trying to deal with it all on their own, while your so-called men that were guarding the bank were busy taking a nap, shall we say.
He's just like, "Oh, in that case, I will apologize for the abruptness." He just touches his forehead and he's just like, give me 2 moments. I'm just gonna call this in. And you see like there's like this faint like glow where he touches. And for a moment he's just whispering. He's just like, "We have 8 men down. We need emergency aid. We are at the Black Iron Bank." And then like puts his hand away and he just looks at Rusty. I am Maxim Griftan of the Siberic Assembly. I am the 51st, the leader of the 51st crew. How can I take your names? Can I help you? Anyone injured? Anything like that?
I'm alright, just coming down from the rush of battle. As some of the wounds start bleeding again, but others stay shut because I actually healed more.
Yeah. It's that weird thing, like, your wounds
Interesting.
start to heal, but, like, they bleed after they heal, where, like, the blood flow just stopped momentarily. It's like, it's almost like if they would leave scars, they would just start bleed before they completely vanish.
We did well, though. It seemed that they don't like fire.
Seems so. That's good for me. That's my specialty.
Have any of you encountered any of this before?
Best for me.
Nothing for me.
Well, I'm sure we will find we will get to the bottom of it. And as you can see him now, he's wearing like the Spirit Assembly kind of uniform. It's like dark brown leathers. He's got like this almost like sleeveless duster jacket with the symbol, which is a shield with the lightning bolt with the hourglass and a C and an A. He has like a breastplate with purple accents on it and these gauntlets. Very dark colours, but it's got like these shocking bits of purple to it. Himself, he's a human, white, very pale skin, and he's got like long red hair that kind of like plaits on one side. He's unarmed, like he doesn't have any visible weapons with him. And he's just like, I guess, thank you for getting to this. My men should have been prepared for this. So you said you 3 were shopping and you were just walking about town?
I recently got my declaration permit, so I was just in the area.
Oh, very good. Did you happen to see what happened?
A carriage careened past me, crashed into the building, split in 2, and out of it came these metal creatures. They kind of came together to form this big one.
Well, I apologize for such a incident. We don't normally have occurrences like this in the city. I mean, with the Black Iron Bank, we've been more men on the ground, so to speak. But again, we apologize. This has happened. I would like to compensate you for any damage you took, any equipment you broke. If I'm able to.
Given the fact that I lost consciousness because of it, I would say you could afford quite a payment.
Of course, we and like as he's talking, you just see almost like beams of like energy just start to like appear around you, all wearing the same kind of dress minus the sleeveless duster jacket as Maxim, and one kind of walks over. They, however, their badge on them is white, whereas you notice Maxim's is like dark colors. Their badge is white, and they kind of are wearing like a white kind of cape almost. And they have like a face mask. You can't discern facial features. You just see like this long flowing black hair. And she just walks over. Are these do these need healing? The rest of my squad is taking care of our fallen. Do you four need any healing?
Patching up would be most appreciated.
Yes, please.
Likewise.
It was some, if you're Frank, thank you.
Of course I can. This is no problem. She presses a button on her gauntlets, and like the gloves like kind of retract so you can see her hands. These are like kind of pale skinned as well, and they've got like this like weird like almost like a lightning scar on the hands. And she opens her hands and like the lightning scar flashes, and you all heal 10 points of healing.
Nice.
Wow.
Good as new. Thank you.
Santi's gonna turn to Morticia. And thank you for your assistance there.
Ah, you're welcome. It's what I do.
The name is Santi.
I'm Morticia.
Nice to meet you. Are these friends of yours?
Oh, yeah. Guys, come here.
One over. Does that mean we are friends now?
We were always friends.
Ah, awesome. Okay. Don't really
Ignoring
have-
the whole conversation, I'm gonna check the reservoir in my sword. Did I get any of this creature's ooze or that in the fight?
It's kind of weird. Like you see, like one of like the lines to it is kind of like blocked, where you've like managed to catch some of the like liquid in it, and you're just like, that's going to take a while to get out. But you didn't manage to get like harness anything like that. No, unfortunately.
William,
What?
come here.
Sorry, what? Oh, right. Introductions. Hi, William. Going back to the sword. Just gonna start rambling and muttering just to himself, like, I wonder what I would have done if I were able to test it. Yeah, just being slightly off hinged.
Yeah. I was like, well, that's brilliant. And I'm Dimitri, and this here is Pabu.
Yeah, Parbu at this point, he's just lying in like mouth open, smoke's like just pouring out of his mouth, just like.
You did good, buddy.
This is your friend? This your companion, Pabu?
He is, yes. He was my first friend, but it looks like I've got more, so this is great.
Morticia, realizing she has not yet introduced her boy, she will bring him out of her necklace, and our furless cat, very ugly furless cat, will appear on her shoulder.
Yep.
This is my stinky boy.
You're just
kind of
cute in your own way.
Yeah, just kind of looks like this, and then like looks at Parbu and just.
He likes you.
Sure. I'm sure they'll be best friends. I can see it now.
I can tell, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you staying? We would like to at least pay for a night or two.
William, do you remember what the name of the place we are staying at is? I forgot.
It's the tavern closest to the Central Guard assembly thingy bob. I don't do well with memories.
I tell you what we would do.
I know my way there. I
If
just don't know
it's-
its name.
If it's a tavern, it won't be any good for you guys anyway. We will put you up at the inn in just not quite on the outskirts of town, but near the guard gate. We'll put you in the inn there, and we'll pay for you to stay there for a night at least, and we'll pay for meals, as a thanks to solving our problem.
I'm gonna walk over to him. Do you have a pen?
He's just like, yes, and he takes out like,
I'm gonna take the pen from him, and that piece of gunk that's stuck in the sword, I'm just gonna use the pen to get it out and go. I don't know if there's any use. That's part of the thing. Maybe you can analyze it, figure out what is wrong with it. Oh, here's your pen back.
yeah.
Oh.
He
I have a
takes
vial. You can put it here.
yeah, he put it in the vial, and he walks over, and the female one that did the healing, she just, oh yes, I could take that for analyzing, and we could try and work out how that came about. Again, thank you, and our apologies for not being around sooner. We've stretched very thin these days.
Yeah, no, we kind of seen being in town for the past 3 days. 3 days.
Yes.
We've been here for 3 days. We've been here for 3 days. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, 2 days ago we had quite the number of us here, but you know, things happen and we have to move on. But thank you again, and I will personally take you to the Bolt and the Bolt and Rag Inn.
I haven't got my things from the store. I'll just go grab them real quick.
Oh,
Yeah, we do have a couple of balances that we need to.
we will take care of that as well. And Maximum kind of like, you kind of get the sense that this female officer is kind of a bit higher than he is. And Maxim kind of just goes about and starts assessing the scene. And the female one goes, "Oh yes, we will take care of that," and walks to the store.
Free stuff.
Just for walking, I'm going to go to her. What is your opinion on collected vials of blood?
I'm sorry?
That's why I'm kind of. We could deal with it. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to give you blood or?
No. It's just we're going to go pick it up, and I didn't want you to be a little bit, unprepared for said interaction with the shopkeeper when I inevitably probably drink one due to the stress and effects that just happened.
Oh no, She's like, do what you have to do. Here's 20 gold. This should cover your expenses there. I will wait outside here.
Thanks.
Are we going now? I was hoping maybe I can just investigate the crash site, just in case there's any clues that might dig up.
Go have fun. We're not going to be long. You know
Cool.
where to find us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys go to the shop to pay for your things, I think the total there would probably run you about 10 gold maximum. That would fully stock you for your basic components you need, Morticia, and that would cover your vials
yeah.
of blood.
The fact that there's no window, I'm just going to poke my head out and go, any of you two either need anything else? There's a little bit left over. I don't guess you don't mind like looking at the woman that handles us this.
She's just like,
go ahead. Anything you two need? extremely loud and boyish, by the way. Like it's very cut through the air. He really has no etiquette at the moment.
No, not really. If you see something that I might need, you can pick it up. But I'm okay for now. Thanks.
Doesn't really help, but sure.
Maybe some extra torches, some extra rope. That can always help.
Just spinning around on heels. You don't carry rope and torches enough, do you? You're more of a magical vendor, if I'm correct. Or are you going to magically pull rope out of your sleeve?
Magical rope.
That's
Magical
kind of
rope,
the
actually.
wrong, that's a bit of the wrong. No, no, no. So I could get you some. Listen, I do apothecary. I do potions and that sort of
No, we
thing.
get it. That's why I just wanted to make sure that we were in the right place. I didn't want to ask you for something that you didn't have and look like asses in front of both of us. Anyway, thank you. Awesome. How much would it be for some more? Because I feel like with what just happened outside, we might be here a while. Do you think we're going to be here a while, Morticia?
Maybe a couple days, maybe a week, something like that.
Yeah, so...
Here, I can try and get you some more. You'd have to give me a couple of days, yes.
That's
And
fine.
some empty vials as well, please.
For the road.
I think I have some empty vials for yo, and he just walks over to the back and goes to like the bottom cupboard and he takes out about 6 empty vials. He's like, this should be your empties for now. I mean, I can try and stock up when I'm next out. If you're willing to stay another 4 days, I should be able to gather you some more blood. But
looking at the 5 that he has left, as long as I don't do anything like that again, these should be fine for the next couple of probably a week and a half, maybe 2 at a push.
Okay. So for them 6 vials there, let's call that. So it's like 3 silver a vial. So
Can I just give you the 20 to also down payment for the other ones in the 4 days?
You know what? You do good math, sir. I'll take that offer.
Awesome, because it's not coming out of our pocket. Anyway, and just the little like tower from the foreman note I'll just put on the desk for him. Thank you.
It could be in our pocket, though.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's getting me something that a lot of people turn their eye at and be kind of asking too many questions about.
To be honest, I kind of think that I could do it if you want. Maybe next time I can try.
Yeah, but remember, I have my own rules. I don't really want to force someone.
I know, doesn't have to be mine. I can just do the extra stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. We could talk about it. Like, we have all the instruments and that because, you know, testing some of the monster blood and stuff like that. But, yeah, only if someone really deserves it am I going to, you know.
No worries.
Anyway.
I'll try and find it and figure it out.
You hold on to these because you've got less chance of breaking them, and I'm just going to give the 5 vials to Morticia.
Okay. You hand them to her. Dimitri, you are out as you go to where the scene of the crime, for the better expression, is. You do see another member of the Superior Assembly is there. They've kind of got their hands on the ground, their eyes are shut, and there's like kind of like this purple swirl of energy. It's like rolling up their arms and like kind of like flowing into their ears, and it kind of like blurs around them. And as you come near, they kind of stop and it retracts. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb what you were doing. I just thought I could come lend aid.
I mean, of course, I was just merely seeing if they had any thoughts, any motives. Sorry, I'm Lieutenant Pryan. I'm My speciality from the Cedric Assembly is I kind of get the flow of what happened to make sure it doesn't happen again, if you catch my meaning.
Interesting. That's quite an ability you have there.
Yes. You do see also, he seems to be the only member so far of the Cedric Assembly you've noticed that is actually armed. He has like 2 axes on his back.
Sorry, where's my manners? My name's Dimitri. I'm not a lieutenant, so just Dimitri.
He
Yeah,
just looks. He's just like, okay, yes. These things, they may look humanoid, but they don't have any thoughts or feelings. They seem to be nothing but machines.
oh, machines. And I thought there was just okay.
Can you help me? Can you tell me any way they like kind of fight? Any way they anything they did that was interesting?
Yeah, they seem to be able to mold their bodies into shapes that was able to deal damage. So, transforming parts of bodies into like blades and whatnot.
Oh, that's quite an interesting skill. Okay. And fire seemed to be the most effective way to deal with them. Yes.
That's correct. It seems to solidify them, turn them into statues.
Okay. Well, please feel free to do anything you wanted to do while you're here. I will just be collecting the evidence.
Great.
You see the whole time as this conversation's happening, there's like this paper and a pen just like taking down all the notes. Like,
very cool. Do you have any ideas of potential suspects that could do this? Is there enemies of the city?
I mean, enemies. I find anyone with bad intentions seem to be an enemy of peace, and we've been at peace in this city for a while. The only thing I can see is that they wanted to send an example to the Black Iron Bank. That seems to be the issue here. And just as he says that, this larger man, he seems to have like this golden armor, and like they've got like it's golden with like purple accents. It's another Superior Assembly badge on him, completely armored. He's like removed his helmet, carrying that, and he's like, right, I've got some bad news. I think I found the motive. And he kind of looks at you. He's like, oh, who are you?
Sorry. I'm Dimitri. I was with the party that dealt with all of this when you guys went around.
Oh, and I suppose you think us being around was a problem with us. We have to defend the whole continent, not just one town.
No, I completely get that. I'm glad that we were here to help. Since you couldn't be.
Oh, yes, because we couldn't be. Yes, very good. Now, Dimitri, if you don't mind, we're trying to solve what happened here. So.
Yes, me too. That's why I came. I thought I could help with the case.
As this is happening, Xanthic, you're catching all of this. Like this kind of guy is just like there in the golden armor, just like being an absolute want for a better term, arse. And he's just like, well, yes, I suppose you've got a very busy day of doing absolutely nothing, not protecting any innocent or anything like that. I mean, you claim to have helped here, but how do we know you didn't start this to simply reap the reward of stopping it?
I mean, there's a point, but how do I know that you weren't here because you are the cause of this?
Excuse me?
I'm just saying.
I have dedicated my life to protecting the people of this great world. Not even just God, but the world. And you come here accuse me of wrongdoing?
Well, you accused me first.
Yes, because... And he looks you up and down. He's like, you're one of them. I'm not one of us.
Right.
Do not need a badge to protect the innocent.
Oh, and I suppose you would know all about that, would you?
Quite. Yes.
He just kind of looks away, and he looks at the Lieutenant Prior, and he's like, I will be retreating back to headquarters, and I will release a full report. I need to go somewhere there's not riffraff lurking around. He puts on his helmet and just teleports back up into the sky. Lieutenant Prior just like, apologies for that. He's always a bit up himself.
Don't worry. That doesn't bother me. Thank you, Santi, for the backup.
No worries. New friend?
New friend.
Santi's going to go over to the person who healed us at first.
Yep.
I don't suppose you have any more healing capabilities?
Oh.
Or we do find ourselves at the potion shop. Perhaps you could purchase me a potion for such things?
You know what? I think I could do both. Again, this energy will go over you and will heal you for 6 points of healing. And she kind of pokes her head through the doorway, not the window, even though there's no windows, the doorway, and it's just like, who is the proprietor, the one that owns this place? And
The guy behind the stall.
And he's just like, well, how can I help you? Professor Arzentrek, and I can do a whole heap of things. What do you need? Perhaps you could give each of our friends here a healing potion of some kind? Well, I don't really do the healing potions. I've got a healing mint.
Wait. Do you have a mint that heals?
Well, yeah.
You know what? Color me intrigued. Whatever color that may be.
And he takes out this bag, and he opens it, and in there's just these they're kind of small, probably this less than 5 centimeters in width, and they're probably a couple of centimeters high. They're ice white blue, and they've kind of got this green kind of swirl pattern over it, and some red over it. I guess you all can take one of these.
Much appreciated.
And then he looks at the one that's been doing all the healing. He's like, they're 25 gold a piece, so I'll be putting that on your tab.
And what precisely do these do?
You put them in your mouth, you give it a good old crunch, and you feel better. So basically,
and they are safe?
I mean, no one's died yet. As long as you're not allergic to
mint.
Well, yeah. I mean, funnily enough, there's not any mint in it.
Wait. How do you synthesize the mint flavor then?
It was a happy accident.
I might be coming back here.
Anyway, are you going to have one or what?
I'm going to get 4.
Effects, any?
I guess I'll walk around and hand them out while everyone's talking.
Side effects? What do you mean side effects? Do you mean...
Well, it sounds like they are not tested clinically, so...
Okay. One time, one guy did turn into a frog. But I'm not sure if that was the other things he was tasting at the time. I can't really rule that out.
I suppose I can work with this.
I mean, I can test it first. I've already tested his products before. Why stop here?
That sounds fair.
I think I'll save mine for a rainy day.
I mean, I'm going to save it, but I can go first.
I mean, it's up to you. They do have a shelf life. They kind of do not so well if they're left within after 3 days of
Okay.
you know.
Oh, don't worry. I think I can get into trouble within 3 days.
And he looks at you. He's like, "I'm sure you can."
Okay.
Sorry, was I being insensitive again? I seem to be doing that a lot lately.
No,
No? Okay, cool.
you're fine. I'm just
Oh, yeah,
thinking.
fuck it.
Well, why would you be getting into? Do you look for trouble, or does trouble find you?
The rush of a fight is pretty exhilarating, and it's one of the only ways I feel alive lately.
Fair enough. I can't argue with that.
But anyway, if you eat that there, you probably feel a bit better. So, the health mint, if you eat them now, you will get 1d10 plus 2 healing. If you eat it after 3 days,
Who knows?
you'll get
Who knows?
you'll get 1d4 minus 2 of healing.
Well, we're just going to have a fun time with that.
I can just picture in the future, just take it out of the pocket, mint, just a random guy.
Oh no.
Just a bit of lint on there. It's like been in there for like a week. It's like, do you want a mint?
Mint? I've been
So-
saving it.
So you took the four mints, yeah. So that's 100.
Yeah, one
gold.
each.
The woman outside just waves her hand, and her pouch of gold just flies through the air and lands on the desk. That will cover the expenses. Now, is that everything ready? Is there anything else you need to do? I don't want to be rude, but I do have a few other things to do, and I do have to get you signed into the Bolton rag.
Yeah, I think we're done here. Me and Morty should put an order in for later in the week that we're going to pick up as well. Much obliged for that. It's going to make us stay here, especially more comfortable for myself due to my condition.
Not a problem. And then like she kind of like shuts her eyes a moment and puts her hand to like 2 fingers to her head, and she's like, just had word. Don't run away anywhere in the next couple of days. We may want to get in contact for further questions. So we will pay to cover your 3-night stay.
That's fine.
Hey. That's great. Thank you. Beats sleeping outside.
Yeah, our one friend there didn't have a room to come, 4 hours ago, and don't know about the other one's condition. Xamphy, was it? Please correct me. I'm really bad with names.
No, that is correct.
Awesome. Where you? Well, you're staying with us now, but where were you staying?
I just got into town, so
Oh,
this
perfect
works for
timing.
me.
In a morbid kind of way.
It seems like you lot are a lot more effective than the people here, so
Seems like it.
wouldn't mind getting to know you all a bit better.
I've got to admit, we did pretty well. We worked well together.
We should play a game later.
What do you have in mind?
What game?
Well, we're just becoming friends. Maybe we can do like a... Oh, here's a fun fact about me.
Okay.
I can
And
see
we
how
can
this could,
share.
I see how this could end really badly for me, but sure.
No,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
There is a game that I used to play with my squad called Truth or Mimic. Perhaps we could play that.
Well, what do you
Everyone
do?
comes up with 2 stories about themselves. One is truth, one is what appears to be truth but is not. And we have to guess which is which.
And what are the consequences?
I
Oh, you
guess
can
we
do
could
it
put
for
drink
fun,
involved.
or
What does it
That
have to be a
works too.
consequence?
Come on, adding drink into any game will make it more fun.
We can try that.
Perks of being older.
Alright, I'm not a heavy drinker, but sure. I mean, I haven't really had any friends, so this is gonna be the first for me. If that's what
We'll get
is
you
that
up to
what friends
speed.
do?
That's what friends do.
Get each other pissed.
Yeah, so she waits there, and as soon as you're ready, she like almost like formally marches you through town, just because they're so used to like such a rigid way of doing things. Yeah, marches you through town and gets you to the Bolton Rag. She goes there. The owner kind of just stepping on the, just sitting on the table, feet up, and he's just, and then sees that and then kind of, well, welcome to the Bolton Rag. I am, who am I? Oh God. Do I have to? And she's just like, we're not here for the social games you like to play, but last time you did call yourself Al Gore. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I couldn't quite remember what name I used last time. Anyway, how can I help? If we could have 4 rooms, would be very good. They need 4 rooms for 3 nights, and 3 hot meals, and all the drink will be they can handle. Put it on the Superior Assembly tab. You can use my name for the down payment, Field Medic Akarin.
What about breakfast? It's the most important meal of the day.
That's what. There's 3 hot meals a day.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's fine. I'm gonna pat Morticia on the head.
Don't do that. Careful with the horns.
It's fine. What am I gonna do? Impale myself? Oh no!
Yes, that is manageable. I would, if you would like to wait in the bar, just come here whenever you want to. In fact, let me. And he just like gets you 4 keys. These keys are just like cards. They're kind of like they're like clear plastic. But they have like black like lines through them, and each one has like a different line. And like when you hold it up to the light, it has like a room number on it. And yeah, he hands them to you, and he's like, do use the stairs to the right. Don't use the ones on the left because they only go down. Your rooms are up. Enjoy your stay.
That might not work for me. My companion, I will need to stay on the ground floor.
Okay, give me back the key. He takes that one back, and he's like, starts mimicking, like mumbling something under his breath. Yeah,
Much appreciated.
that's exactly what I was going to say. Here's your key. Yes, good day. The bar is just to your immediate right. The stairs are to your further right. Don't go to the ones down. Your room will be to your left. I will be here if you need anything. Hopefully you don't, but I am here.
Thank you.
Thank you. And your name was again? Sorry.
I think I said it was. She said it was Al Gore I gave last time. Yes, Al Gore will do.
Is it just you, or do you have staff as well?
We do have a few staff, and like you just slowly see him start to like like go down, like just. And then one guy comes out the back. This is like a dwarf, and he's rolling up his sleeves. He's like, "I paid top dollar for these bloody things, and they don't fucking work the way they need to." And he like starts to like fiddle with the back of this guy, and he's like, "I am Algor."
Cool.
Robots?
I
guess
prefer the
receptionist.
term- Yes, I would say receptionist is probably the better term. Sorry about that. I hope he weren't too. He's been running low for a couple of days, but with these things, you have to let them die before you reboot them. They're a great little tool when they want to work.
Oh, that's great. How do we get one? Is it something it's easy to come by?
I mean, I'll sell you this one if you want. I mean, it's pre-owned, so I'll give you half price off. I spent 20,000 gold on it, so you can have it for 10,000.
You know what? Amazing.
You can keep it. Yeah.
But maybe I'll come back. I'm not quite financially
He
there
does
yet.
have. You can change his voice, and you can. He has like different programs for different names and stuff like that, and you can change its face.
That is horrifying to think about. Anyway, I'm
That
going to
is
shine
amazing.
the key up to the light and just. I guess I'm going to my room.
Are we meeting in the bar? Are we doing the game?
I'll go get some drinks.
Yeah, I just need to clean up a bit, red. The shirt's not meant to be red.
That is fair.
Then we'll meet in whose room?
We could meet in mine, seeing as it is on the ground.
Yeah.
Deal.
I'll help you with the drinks, Morticia, so you don't have to carry a lot.
I'll be down quickly. Don't
Okay.
stress.
So, William, you're going to go up to change. You find out your room is right on the top floor, on the last floor. So
Of course, fucking is.
yeah.
Typical.
You go all the way up to come all the way down. Morticia and Dimitri, you managed to gather probably a tray of drinks each. You managed to find some fire whiskies. You managed to find some butter ale, and you also managed to get something that's quite rare for this part of town. But Dimitri, you love it. It's what's known as nectar wine.
Yeah,
You managed.
Ooh,
good stuff.
can we also get a bottle of red wine?
Yes, I don't see why that would be a problem. Turns around, grabs a bottle, puts it on the tray. He's like, you will be able to manage all that, or would you like a second tray? Third tray, rather, because there's two of you. Yes.
I think we can manage.
No problem. Enjoy.
Instead of coming down the stairs, one of the support pillars, which runs all the way down, just gonna walk down that instead of using the stairs.
Oh, I thought you was going to like fireman hose.
That would be amazing.
I think walking down it would be more fun because I'm still vertical, looking straight down. Just
Perfect. As you're doing that, there's like a little old lady. It's on like the third floor, and she's like comes out of the room. She's like, "Oh, you new kids have something new every day," and just like carries on divering about as you're like continuing to walk down.
I'm just gonna mutter under my breath. I'm pretty sure I'm older than you.
But you managed to gather your drinks and meet in Xanthe's room.
Xanthe's probably been getting Aethon settled.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've described Aethon at this point. Don't think I have.
No, you haven't. No.
So he is a metallic, looks a bit like a horse, made of synthetic materials and some plating that's over him. And yeah, it's just situated him in the side of the room, waiting for everyone else.
On the door.
You should know our secret, like knocking.
Do we have one? Do we establish one?
Oh, yeah.
What was it?
You knock 3 times, and then you knock down, and then you knock 5 times.
Sure. I will do that.
Yeah, so you hear. "Do, do, 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 do."
I see. Goes and checks it out a bit.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Dimitri standing with a tray of drinks and like Morticia's there with another tray of drinks.
It's impressive that you managed to knock with these. Fair enough.
Yeah, don't know how I did it.
You then see like
Well-
Parbu just peek out from under the tray Dimitri's holding, just like.
Do
Bye.
come in. Come in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess I would have got like downstairs to see where
Yeah,
they would have gone in at
you
this
would-
point and just like,
you would have just got down the stairs just as like you would have seen the weirdest, probably one of the weirdest things you've seen in a while. This red panda helping this person hold a tray of drinks while he's knocking. Not that it's any
door.
different apart from just where he's knocking, but yeah.
I guess we're that room. And I'm just gonna knock normally.
Yeah, so just.
Wait, that wasn't the secret knock.
That's not us. Who is that?
Hello?
I just saw you come in, you idiots.
William, you need to do the secret knock.
Not this again.
You have to. How can we tell if it's you or not?
You can tell it's me by how grumpy I am.
Well, you still need to do it.
Loudest sigh, visibly possible, like possible. Just fine, and then yeah,
You can come in.
should have tried the door, shouldn't I? Just open the door. So we're telling them to do secret knocks now as well. Yes.
Didn't know it was a thing until now.
It's a plague on my existence. Honestly, I'll be honest with you.
Don't
I mean,
be
it's
too
useful.
grumpy.
Seems a bit excessive, no? 3, 1, 1. Could you not just do 2 or 3? Okay, it has to be 5. Got it.
315.
315. Is there a special reason for those numbers?
Well, it used to be 31578, but then William didn't really like that, so now it's
It
315.
would take me a whole 2 minutes to get through the goddamn door.
Okay. Fair.
So that's the minimum.
Just minimum. 315. Yeah, three
If
numbers.
if you really want to like show me that it's you, then you need to do 31578.
Okay. So if we have
Noted.
if we have time, it's 31578. If we're in a rush, we
As if
have to
we're
get
in a
in.
rush.
315. Okay.
Think about it like that. If someone someday disguises themselves as you, then I know it's you.
I don't think
True.
anyone's that stupid to disguise themselves as me.
But William, what if it happens?
You know what? I was going to make some very valid points, but I'm just going to leave them on the shelf.
So how does this game work? So when does the drinking get involved?
One
Well, I
hell of a
suppose we
collection
can
you've got.
drink whenever we want, but if you want to make it into part of the game, you could take a drink when you get it wrong. Or if everyone guesses it, we could say the person has to drink.
Okay.
Fair.
I got this for you, William. It's a
At least you remember my tastes.
I will also bring out my grumpy boy
Okay.
so he can play with the panda.
I was just like, go play.
yeah. Parbu's like really enthusiastic, and he's just like Grumpy's just like.
They're best friends.
Yep.
Just gonna go like grab a trunk or whatever's like in the room and just drag it over and just sit on it.
Yep.
Like, well, who wants to go first? I
guess-
guess that's me. Okay. Make this difficult, huh? Okay. When I hit my early 20s, I ended up getting really sick and ended up killing half of the town's livestock. And then the other one. Let's go with. I don't remember how I got here, and I feel like. Well, actually, I'm meant to tell the truth and a lie, aren't I? God damn it! I'm not good at this.
Well,
And he's just going to drink instead.
do we want to just do one truth, one lie? Is that more? Is that
That's
easier?
essentially it, yes.
Give me some time. I'm not great at this.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. When me and Grumpy were little, he snuck into the High Priestess room and he destroyed her room. And when I was in school, Sally, which is like a girl from the place I was living in, she cut my hair in the middle of the class, and it was quite traumatic, to be honest.
Right. So one of them's the truth, and one of them's a lie.
Yeah.
So my guess is the truth is the haircut one, and then the lie is your cat messing up the high priestess room.
And the others? What do you guys think?
I don't think I need to answer this, do I? And I'm just going to drink anyway.
I think that you did sneak into the high priest's room.
Well, what I said was that Grumpy snuck into her room.
Grumpy, sorry.
The lie was that it was him. In reality, it was me.
So I was kind of right. Just
Yep.
Just the wrong
the wrong way.
choice.
Yes.
So I guess I'll drink.
Yeah.
And then I drink because I was wrong.
You were right.
No, I was right. Yes, sorry. Yes.
And I will drink because I was wrong.
Yep.
Should take some of the fire whiskey, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Take a shot of that.
Yeah, like burning like ensues your throat, but like it's soon left with like a caramel kind of like aniseed flavor.
This is not bad stuff.
Who's next?
I can go. All right. Okay. New friends, go big, go home, right? So I met Pabu in the forest where I grew up. He was injured, so I nursed him back to health, and we have been friends ever since. And I could potentially die because I get consumed by flames.
I feel the one that's incorrect is that you met your friend when you were younger.
Yeah, I don't think he met him in the forest.
No.
Santi?
I'm inclined to agree.
You're correct. I did meet Papa in the forest.
Sounds like you have some drinks to do.
Oh yes. So that's 3, right? And you just make a randomly just drink 3 random ones.
Don't try. Don't mix. Drink. Pick a type and drink. You mix it, it's going to feel a lot worse.
Sorry, too late.
Just pick a type and stick to that. Otherwise, mixing alcohols, it'll have a worse effect on you. Says with a full bottle of red wine.
Yeah, just as you say that, he chases the nectar wine, the butter ale, and then he's like, "Oh, fire whiskey." Shot of that. As soon as you do that, Dimitri, your stomach starts to, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Okay, that was literally, that just tastes like alcohol. Like, there's no like flavor when you put them all three together. It's just like alcohol."
Yeah, yeah. I see why you don't mix. I'm just gonna stick to the nectar wine.
Don't mix. It's not great. The hangovers are horrible.
But do you want to give us a little like explanation on why you can be consumed by fire?
Yeah, wait, fire?
Oh,
That does seem quite concerning.
I mean, it's okay for now. Pabu helps control it, and he's gonna lift up his sleeves, and you see scars on like it's shaped like swells, if you kind of like flames, and they do have a slight dull glow, red glow, to them.
As you're doing that, Pabu like kind of like rushes over and like gets in the middle, and he just like stands up like kind of like this and is just like, "Brr," and starts like breathing fire, like little embers of flame just like come out of his mouth, like to try and just change the topic. He's like,
Good boy.
If it wasn't for my buddy, oh yeah, I wouldn't be here. So I don't know why. Kind of a why I'm adventuring. Gotta figure out why. But
It's
yeah,
good that
that's
you
me.
have each other.
Yes. It is. But that's a whole other story on how we met. Santi, I believe it's your turn.
Sure thing. So, let's see. First, I was the youngest scout commander in the history of my nation. And secondly, the Siberic Assembly killed my father.
I
can't.
think it was the father one.
Yeah, I want to say that's the truth. Just because the small interactions I had, they seem like dicks, and I kind of want that to be true. So I'm going to choose that one.
No, don't say you want them.
No, as in want them to be dicks, not that.
Like, yeah.
It's a sad situation. Sorry, bad choice of words.
William's just gonna look at Xanthi and just kind of like check what the reactions were as she was saying them.
So I think her expression would have been fairly blank, and she'd have just raised her chin at the last one. You can insight there if you want, and
I'm more than
Into
happy
that?
to, yeah.
yeah, if you want to roll an insight, and then you either roll a deception or
that was not good.
That's a 16.
Yeah, no. So, how do you want to run that sketch?
I feel like you get like kind of like a clear, like it's ever so slight, but because you're sitting there watching, you get like a clear telltale of what one's the true one.
Okay. They killed your dad, right?
That's true. Looks like I'm drinking up. And take 3 of the fire whiskies.
Yeah.
Take the shots.
I am sorry
That
to hear
is
that.
strong stuff.
They are dicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are dicks. That's confirmed. They are huge ass dicks.
Well, that is from my perspective at least. I would be inclined to agree.
Alright. I've had time now. I've got my cards straight. So, first one, I fought a grand war and was a general. Quite renowned for my swordsmanship and leader skills. Second one, I was cursed from birth with something that I don't yet understand or know how to deal with. There's your 2 options.
I will just drink.
That's fair. I'm going to drink either way.
The I want to say the curse one is true, just so then we can have something in common if it is true. I think it'll be quite fun since we were kind of both cursed at birth. So
Fair. Something.
I'll shake it up. I'll say that it is the truth that you were renowned for your skills.
Sadly, I was cursed from birth.
I thought this
On
might be the case.
on a flip note, though, that was one of my great uncles, a couple removed. He was a grand general in some city that I can no longer remember or pronounce. So, technically correct. And just gonna finish off the bottle of red wine, just in one go.
Yeah.
Like the half bottle that's left, just
Yeah. As you all spend the rest of the night drinking, telling little facts about each other, I think that's a great place to draw tonight to a close.